All right. Thank you so much for waiting. The Bible has a phrase that the last shall be first. You can call me Adam. I have this wonderful Polish last name that's very difficult to pronounce. In fact, many of you probably can't pronounce it, but Randy did a good job. But that's okay. I grew up in a small rural community of Herscher. And many of you can't find Herscher on a map of Illinois either. And it's okay. I grew up the oldest of 7 kids in a family that was at the poverty level for my entire upbringing. I got my college degree. I was successful in business. And it is incumbent upon all of us to live according to Republican principles. I believe that this election in 2010, the Republican primary, is an election and a referendum on our Republican Party. Are we the party of business as usual, or are we the party of reform? We can't win statewide elections any longer unless we are the party of real Republican reform. And real Republican reform is pro-jobs. Let me tell you about a story from the campaign trail just recently. I was in DuPage County with one of the most successful and most respected corporate lawyers in DuPage County, and this is what he told me. And he said, Adam, if Illinois declines further, it is incumbent upon me, with my fiduciary responsibility to my business clients, to tell them to move out of Illinois. And on the campaign trail, that is a message that I'm hearing in every room from regular people just like us. If it gets any worse, people are out of here. And it's the statistics on population and immigration out of Illinois over the past 10 years that back this up. We need to be the party of real Republican reform. I'm not leaving, I'm staying, and I'm fighting. My great-great-grandfather back in 1848 fought to establish the family farm in a small town just outside of Sugar Grove. He dug through 2 feet of prairie sod to plant the crops. He built his home on a granite foundation. He fought to defend the land against all comers, and he fought to build his family. And that farm, 8 generations, is still in my mother's family. We own that farm to this day. And if anything has been taught to me by my family's experience in Illinois over the last 161 years, it's this. Illinois is worth fighting for. And so I ask you 2 questions today. Why do you fight? And what are you fighting for? I can tell you why I fight. I fight to bring the principles of our President Ronald Reagan into our Republican Party. I am pro-life, I'm pro-jobs, no tax increases, I'll cut spending, I'm a fiscal conservative. With your help, we'll walk a couple blocks away to the Capitol and we'll bring real Republican reform to the state capitol right here in Springfield. I do not have Springfield experience. I'm running against it. Springfield experience. They'll hike your taxes, bond you further, they'll hike the spending, and some of them go to jail. My experience is about starting a company from scratch with my brother from our apartments, and over a 10-year period building a $20 million company, creating 156 jobs. My experience is about building a grassroots good government movement called For the Good of Illinois. And I trained an army of volunteers all across our state to ask our local units of government to post their checkbooks, and we posted $1 billion of your money on government websites, giving it scrutiny, giving you, the taxpayer, respect.
That's the way.
I am a real Republican reformer. In the days after Rod Blagojevich and George Ryan, all of them candidates in this gubernatorial election need to prove that they're clean conservatives. We need to take a page from the reforming governor of Louisiana, Bobby Jindal. And Bobby Jindal, the Jindal Standard says, post your personal sources of income, post your income tax returns, and I have. And 45 days ago, I wrote a registered letter to every single one of the gubernatorial candidates. and I asked them to follow Jindal's lead, and none of them have. And so today, I issue a public call to Senator Dillard, Senator Murphy, Senator Brady, Chairman Schillerstrom, Dan Proft, Frank Edwards. Post your personal sources of income. Prove you're a clean conservative, that you're without influence. Post your income tax returns. I'm going to do two things as governor. This is a reform agenda. This is a winning agenda versus the Chicago patronage Democrat. I will deal with Michael Madigan by executive order. Every dime online in real time. It's online banking for state government, and we deserve to see it. It's every single public document, just like Florida proactively posted, and I will spearhead legislation to open up the legislative process that Michael Madigan controls. We're going to end the backroom deal. The second thing that I'll do by executive order is I'll spearhead a forensic audit. We don't know the number of state programs. We don't know the number of state checkbooks. And I will institute this forensic audit. The small state of Kansas did it. They saved $1 billion. We can save $3 to $5 billion. We'll be able to pay our bills on time, in full. Our hospitals, our doctors, and our service providers, they deserve it. A long time ago, people said that Illinois is beyond hope and we can't be reformed. I want you to remember the election of 2007, when there was a clean conservative who was 36 years old that ran against the corrupt political machine in a state that had a very bad reputation. And he had a lovely wife and 3 small kids, and he took on that machine and he won. And he took Louisiana from last in ethics to first in ethics, and his name was Bobby Jindal. My name is Adam Andrzejewski, and in Polish, Andrzejewski means governor.
Frank Edwards. Is Frank in?